Your friendly neighborhood Dave Man here, DAM314, Twitch.tv, for insane video games here in the center of Saratoga Springs, New York, at the Saratoga Springs City Center for Saratoga Comic Con. Try to say that 5 times fast. Come on, let's go see what we got. Welcome, thank you. Some of the hardest working staff here at Saratoga Comic Con. They make sure that if you have any needs, if you have any questions, things like that, the booth right at the front, happy to answer you. Let's keep on moving. Excuse me, pardon me, thank you. We've got interest, curio around every single corner, cosplayers. We've even got rum cakes at the convention. It is going to be a great time every year. You come into the convention, you move around, and you come to some friends of mine, some compatriots. The Radio Leary podcast, is it a network yet? Have you guys grown to that point?
We're a subsidiary of the Radio Leary Broadcasting Network system of podcasting broadcasting.
We're on Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify. What else? Yeah.
That is spectacular. So, if people tune into Radio Leary on any of those excellent podcasting networks, what kind of things do you guys cover? What's the content?
It's primarily nerd shit. Can we swear? I don't know.
Absolutely. It's the convention.
Of course, political comedy, which our president, ample material. We could
absolutely.
Our show is largely a whole lot of Satanism with some cooking tips.
Very nice. Always good times to be had.
Ways to be a smart shopper and devote your life to Satan.
I love it. And make sure you stop here at this booth almost every single year. You guys plan on being here in the future, correct?
The Dark Lord has plans for us, and that includes the Comic Con.
Excellent.
Yes,
it's RadioLeary.com, and we've done 80 episodes so far. And it's 85, so it's great stuff. Yeah, 85. See, we're turning them out so fast, hardly keep up with them.
Exactly. That's always the fun. Make sure to check out Radio Leary, and we're going to keep moving on the convention floor.
Very cool.
Familiar sights, something strange, but not so bad. We have the Hudson Valley Ghostbusters Incorporated. How is the convention treating you guys?
We're doing pretty well so far. We like it.
Excellent, excellent. So how many years have you done Saratoga Comic Con or the subsidiary-related Plattsburgh, things like that?
Saratoga Comic Con, this is a year and a half we've done. This is our 4th one now.
Nice. Any tips for people that may have never come to a convention before or have never fought the supernatural?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Come do it.
Excellent, excellent. What was that?
Don't cross the street.
Ah, yes. Thank you so much, guys, and enjoy the convention. They even have some break space for the cosplayers. How's it going? To get through. Chelsea Von Chastity and other cosplayers and other groups here at the convention. One such group we are looking at is the Montreal X-Men. All of their proceeds go to charity. They help the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, an excellent cause with an excellent group of people. Come by the convention and make sure you chat with them. They are fantastic. We're moving along. We've got Funkos, we've got hats. There's some other things around. How's the convention treating you?
Good.
Excellent. Jewelry made by hand. Some. Pardon me, sirs. If you can think of it at the convention, you can find it. We've got our artist alleys back here. We keep some of the best stuff hidden from you just so you have to actually come in and look. Oh yes, very busy. Speaking of busy, speaking of doing things, if you guys don't mind, have a moment of your time. Where can we find you guys? What are you guys based out of?
We are based out of Plattsburgh, New York. You can find everything we do over at trashburg.com.
Very nice. So what kind of content do people see at trashburg.com?
Well, today we have our comic book anthology here. It's all regional, local artists. It comes out every quarter. But there's also all sorts of comedy, news, videos, all sorts of things.
That's awesome. So that's trashberg.com. Make sure to check it out. And I know you guys, Plattsburgh based, did you go to Plattsburgh Comic Con?
We were at Plattsburgh Comic Con the whole time.
Very nice. What did you think as difference from Plattsburgh to Saratoga? What do you guys like about this convention? What do you like about Plattsburgh? I'll pester you now.
It seems like there's more vendors here, and so more opportunities, options, and like it's like really great the selection they have here.
Nice. It's got to be really good to be able to go right from your back door right to a convention though for Plattsburgh. Am I right?
Yeah, that was pretty convenient.
Very nice. Thank you so much, guys. Arcway Gaming, always keeping it very busy here at the convention. How's it going? New feature to the convention this year, they've added back here. One of my friends, we've got Marvelous Treasures and Amusements, marveloustna.com, and we've got the man himself. Adam, how are you today?
Good, you?
Excellent. So was this your first time at Saratoga Comic Con as an exhibitor?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. What do you think so far? What's your experience been?
It's been fun.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting people stop by, take a look at the costumes. A lot of people have never seen movie or TV costumes up close before, so it's kind of interesting.
All right, and you've also got Terminator 2 Classic Convention thing. We have Michael Biehn here this year, the man who helped defeat the Terminator. Not in 2, but we all know. So, any tips for people who are collecting or trying to get into costumes, pinball, things like that?
Just look for what you know and what you like and what you enjoy, and you can't go wrong.
Very awesome. And where can people find some help with that? I know you sell some parts and things like that. Where could they get that?
Well, for pinball, there's a site called pinside.com for all your pinball needs. For movie props and collecting, there's a few groups on Facebook. Movie props is one of the big ones. So head there, ask your questions, hang out. It's a lot of fun.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam. It was great to see you. And we're moving on. We've got the celebrities lines straight out the door. You can't even imagine. We've got our Piranha Plant, Wonder Woman. What's up, Wario? The Vader himself. Good to see some familiar faces around the convention. How's it going?
Good. How are you today?
Wonderful. Thank you. If you don't mind, we're doing a little interviewing, a little walk around convention for Insane Games TV. A little bit scary, but where can people see your work? Where would people have seen you before? Because I know we've run into each other at Saratoga and Plattsburgh, but what is it? How do people met you before?
I'm everywhere, but the best place to find me is officialrwmartin.com. I mean, you can find me anywhere on the net by VTActor007. So Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere. You just type in, youtube.com/VTActor007, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth, Instagram. But officialrwmartin.com.
Very nice. So do you have a particular character that you like to play or do rather than others? Or do you have anyone that gets more reception from people?
I get that question all the time. The answer is the crowd's favorite is Ernest P. Worrell.
Man.
So today I'm Bisbeck Hines from a comic book that me, Johnny C. and Jay Morris created. The first copies are today. So it's premiering here. So you can go to Johnny C.'s table or Jay Morris's table and pick up Bisbeck Hines, Agent 57, and that's who I am today. And his weapon of choice is the 4-color pen. So you have to read the comic to know what's going on with that. But yes, Ernest is probably the most well-received out of the 40, 50, 60, whatever characters that I do.
Very excellent. Any tips for people who are getting to conventions for the first time?
Okay, for a convention, see everything. Talk to everybody. People who are dressed up want you to come up and say, oh my God, that's awesome, you're Deadpool. We're not scared of you. We're here to interact with you. So if you see something you like, approach people. We're all approachable. Just come up and say, hey, I love your outfit. What are you if you're not sure what it is? Can I get a picture with you? Obviously, yeah. But the key thing that you want to do is have fun. That's the best advice I can tell you.
Thank you so much. We're still moving around. We will stop off and plug that comic book, though.
Right.
Thank you.
See you guys later. Thank you.
So we've got our friends over at Cooper's Cave and Games. They are always keeping things busy in the Glens Falls area. Definitely check them out. They're at both Saratoga and Plattsburgh Comic Cons. Stop off, get some ice cream. We've got sponsors, Geico, Sprint, the big names, the big dogs of business. Saratoga Comic Con here. We're still wandering around the floor, and we've got the Umbrella Corporation. Our business is life itself. So, the bioweapons division, what's that kind of like working in that?
Oh, that's top secret, so I can't talk about that.
All right. What about? Do you have any information about Raccoon City? It kind of went dark. There was a lot of people on Twitter asking about that. Here in Saratoga, we're not anywhere close to it. But any comment about that?
Well, as far as I know, we're in the cleanup process at the moment, so it should be clear about a week or two.
Okay. What would they be cleaning up? Well, let's make sure that the gentleman doesn't have to force us to remove here. We'll keep on moving. Thank you very much. We've got all kinds of artists, things like that. As always, you can see Insane Games with our friends Joe from Geek for All YouTube and John. Deadpool, how's it going?
Oh, good. Just get my hat.
Very nice. Deadpool, do you have a third, fourth, and fifth movie in shakes yet?
Not me personally, but I heard that great-looking guy Ryan Reynolds does.
Very nice. Are you a little mad that Ryan Reynolds portrays you in movies and you don't get a shake?
I'm afraid that I'm more upset that I don't get a pay cut.
Ah, yes. Have you ever tried visiting him? He apparently is always around Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, there's another guy around here who looks a little bit like him.
Thank you so much, Mr. Poole. Enjoy the convention. We're walking, we're seeing some cosplayers, things of that nature. I love the costume. If you don't mind, for the people that may not be aware of it, who are you?
Columbia from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That is phenomenal. Thank you for doing that. I love the work on it. How long did it take you to put this together?
Quite a while. The biggest pain was putting the ribbon on the shorts.
Very nice. Did you do that yourself? Hand sewing? Hand sewed or machine?
Fabric glue, actually.
That's awesome. Do you have a page or anything people could see you at for your work or?
No, this is my first con and my first time cosplaying.
Very nice. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming to Saratoga. Have a good one. We have the Sith Lord himself here at Saratoga Comic Con. Darth Vader, how is the convention treating you?
Very well.
Excellent, excellent. What, anything that you like about the convention in particular?
People.
All right. I was asking about Raccoon City. They had a little bit of trouble, but I was curious if you had a statement about the Death Star at all. There was... Going around the convention, we have our signature, the Dead Stop Corner. No matter how many booths they put there or don't put there, there is going to be a traffic jam. So if you expect to have there, you can definitely stop off at any of these tables and make sure you give them a look, give them a wave, say hello. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Excellent. So what do you guys make this yourselves? How does this come to be?
I make the candles. I did chip, the skeletons, and the wine glasses, the tins, of course.
Very nice. And where can people find these if they're not at the convention? Do you have an e-store or anything?
I have on Facebook.
Can we get that on camera? All right. So we can make sure we'll fix the mirage on that one. So how are you guys enjoying the convention so far?
Loving it. Really am.
Excellent. How about you?
Oh, I'm having a blast. Get to see all the costumes and all that.
Have you guys done Saratoga Comic Con or conventions before?
No, my first.
Very nice. My first, too.
Well, welcome. Best of luck, and we'll see you around. Sorry about that. Again, as I said, always busy, always moving. Jay, could I get a moment to talk to you? Sure. Is that all right? So we just ran into your main character from Bismarck Hines, Agent 57, number 1 here at sale at the Saratoga Comic Con. I know. So, how's the convention been treating you?
Oh, they're very rough. I don't know why I come here. I'm always abused. It's terrible. Call the police. Help. Help.
Come rescue Jay Morris from Saratoga Comic Con. How many of these have you done now?
All but one, so 9.
Very nice. 9, and in 9 years, any pearls of wisdom for people that may not have been to conventions before, or budding artists?
Well, that's kind of for as far as Comic-Cons go, this is a good starter convention for people. Like if you're thinking about going to New York or Boston, come check out something like this first, because it's still a decent-sized show, but you're not completely overwhelmed. I know some people that will go to a show and they'll make about 3 tables before they've spent every penny they have, and it's like, no, you got to learn the pace yourself. You got to walk around, check everything out first, then come to my table and buy things, because this is the best stuff.
Absolutely. So where can people see your work outside of Saratoga Comic Con?
You can always go on social media, Jay Moores on Facebook, Instagram. I have a website, EdenParkTales.com, which is my publishing company. I have a store there as well. You can also, some more local from you, I guess, would be Southern Massachusetts comics shops carry some of my books as well. But you can always reach out to me on social media.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the conversation, and we will see you around. You never know who you're going to run into at the convention. My God, it's the God of Thunder, Thor. Could I get a word from you? Could you get a moment of... Oh God. That's... All right. So there's many different characters. I guess I am not worthy. A little bit heartbreaking. But you got to realize sometimes. As I said before, you never know who you're going to run into in the busiest corner of Saratoga Comic Con. We've got Brandon, one of our winners of the Arcway Gaming Smash Bros. Tournament last fall, Saratoga Comic Con, or spring?
Spring.
So who's your main character?
So my main character is Sonic.
Very nice. A very interesting addition. Things like that. A character you don't typically hear people saying. What about Sonic drew you to playing him?
A lot of it was he was just my childhood hero. I played all the Sonic games. My favorite one is Unleashed and Heroes. I also like Sonic Adventure 2, but outside of that, when I got to this game, I was like, yo, Sonic's in it, well, Brawl. And I was like, okay, I'm going to play him. And then once I actually got into the game competitively in Smash 4, that's when I kind of just stuck and just had a lot more fun.
That's awesome. Any tips or tricks you have for people that to get into the competitive play or things like that? Because everyone says like, oh my God, you're the best person in this particular group or things like that. But what does it take to go that step from the best of 8 people that you play with to competing at tournaments that have quite a few people coming?
A lot of it just comes down to having fun. Like, you started playing because you're having fun. Eventually you want to get to that point where you might want to do like 1v1 competitive and whatnot. It's definitely hard, especially like with Ultimate, but as long as you are constantly having fun, doing your best to like learn your character, learn other people's characters, and just finding like your own worldview of the game, then like you're on the right path.
Very nice. And where can people see your gameplay or just chat with you and interact in the future?
A lot of the times you can see me personally on Twitter at the @ symbol Rucent, RUCENTT. Otherwise, you might see me typically every other Monday on the Claim to Fame Entertainment stream on Twitch. That's my sponsor. We do like a bi-weekly Smash event on Mondays in Clifton Park.
Very nice. We'll have to definitely get you involved with Insane Games TV. Have a great one. Have you seen the room over here? And this part of the convention? Yeah. It is awesome. If you want to follow behind us, we're going to take a look. How's the convention treating you? Awesome. Good to see you. Keep up, Steve. We got a lot of ground to cover. So Cooper's Cave has got not 1, but 2 booths. You'll never run into enough comic books at a comic convention. Always make sure you chat with the people. If there's a particular book you're looking for, if it's not in stock, you might be able to get it from them later. We've got fantastic artists in our artist alley this way. Want to make sure we get those booths and show those friends. How's the convention treating you?
Very well so far.
Excellent, excellent. So how many Saratoga Comic Cons have you been involved with so far?
I think this might be the 6th. I'm kind of losing count at this point. I don't know.
So what's your inspiration for art? We've got myself and Brandon here for figuring out what's going on with the conventions.
My inspiration for art? Well, mostly I do fantasy art, but I also love to do fan art, so my style lends itself well to this kind of setting. And it's really fun to have people come over to the table and see their favorite character and be like, oh my god, and then we can geek out together. And I also, get to build my little following for my artwork, so it's like win-win-win.
Yes, very nice. And you can check out Emily's art at this particular location, and you'll usually see her around Insane Games if you're lucky.
That's right.
Have a good one. We're going to be keeping moving around. A lot of different exhibitors. Cosmom Con Shop, that's awesome. Team Manticore, a regular staple of the convention scene. Good to see you guys.
Oh, hey, Charity.
We're always fortunate at these conventions to run into friends like here at Pastel Prints. So, how's the convention treating you?
Pretty good, having lots of fun.
Excellent. You know my friend here, the incumbent champion of this year's Super Smash Bros. Tournament. Any words of advice for him to win this tournament?
Keep doing what you're doing.
So, how many conventions have you guys done here for Saratoga?
5.
5 or 6, very nice. It's a good sign when you have a lot of exhibitors coming back, doing things. Over the years, have you guys changed what you bring? Do you see any trends or things like that changing?
It's not so much a trend as you kind of learn your business and your people. And height always matters if you're ever going to go to one of these things. We used to have our poster like down here, and people would not notice us and stuff like that. So mostly you work on the design of your booth.
Thank you very much. So any advice for people that are nervous to come to conventions, but they might see them around, or they see people posting pictures of them at New York Comic Con or things like that? Any advice from each of you?
Well, I personally have social anxiety, so I find coming to smaller cons like this in Plattsburgh are really a good place to start.
That's always awesome. Getting your feet wet so then you can dive right into thousands of people, and I'm even getting anxious thinking about it, but
Yeah, and also too, like, I know it can kind of seem overwhelming, but everybody's like really nice. So it's like, I feel like it's a pretty welcoming atmosphere to just, if you go, everybody's going to be super nice about it.
Saratoga Comic Con, make sure you don't miss out next year. Thank you, guys.
Ready, rookies? You look ready.
And over yonder, we have got the Insane Games pop booth, full of curiosities, curios, and references to pop culture that you may not be necessarily familiar with. But this has been the walkthrough of this room, the walkthrough of the convention. Definitely make sure you stop by at Saratoga Comic Con in the future, Plattsburgh Comic Con, and things of the related nature. Brandon, thank you so much for walking with me. It was awesome to run into you. Good luck at the tournament. Any particular characters that you're looking forward to fighting against or with?
There's 2 friends of mine that are coming today that I'm really interested in fighting. One of them is a Fox player. He's like one of my demons in bracket. The other one's also my demon, but yeah, I want to beat him too. But he's a nice player. But yeah, shout outs to Grunk and Average Alex. They're actually the main reason why I'm here today. But because I was like, yo, they're coming. Okay, I'll go. So
good competitors coming to the conventions.
Yes.
Very nice. Saratoga Comic Con. Any last comments from the guy that pays my checks?
Oh boy. I'm being put on the spot now.
So Dan Shevlin of Insane Games, Insane Games TV, the big cheese, the biggest nacho, the head honcho, the chief, as we will call him. Put the little title card right down there. How many conventions have you done?
I think we're up to about 12 to 15 that we've been doing now.
Any advice as a business owner to other business owners about what do? Just any advice.
Square reader, yeah. I'm being paid, right here, right? We want to do it. We're having fun, but business is business. We got to run out, and I'm being paid again for another credit card. So I'm due in like 10 different spots right now.
Make sure to always
back today, but we're glad to be here at Saratoga Comic Con. We sponsor it. We have fun. This is our 6th time here, and we're always busy. We have 2 booths. So, and Insane Games TV, get ready, it's coming.
So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we'll cut to some other short clips and things like that, but that was a base walkthrough of the floor. There is the convention center display room upstairs, and you can see a lot of other things at Saratoga. Look at hashtag SaratogaCC on Twitter and Saratoga Comic Con on every other social media platform. Don't miss out. Have a good one. This has been your friendly neighborhood Dave Man from Saratoga Comic Con. Once again, you never know who you're going to run into at Saratoga Comic Con, especially friendos that don't work too far from home. So how did you guys enjoy the convention?
Honestly, it's my first con, so this has been a lot of fun. Awesome. I'm kind of loving it today. Got to chat with some really awesome people, got some gear that I didn't have before, and some food, so, you know.
Very nice. And what about you? What did you think about your convention experience here in Saratoga Comic Con?
This has also been my first convention, and it's been a blast. We have Amethyst that just dabbed us in the background. There's cosplayers, fursuiters, people of just a bunch of different walks of nerddom, and it's been fantastic.
Oh, so much appreciation, you know?
What's something that was here that surprised you guys?
I don't know about surprised. There was a lot of stuff I was really expecting, like a lot of the beautiful art, which made me so happy to talk to the artists and the creators. Some of the costuming and some of the booksellers I found did surprise me a little bit, and they were wonderful to talk to, especially as authors. Like, you're not going to see at the huge bookstores, and that was pretty awesome. I was surprised to see as many friends as I found, people I already knew. So.
I really wasn't sure what I was expecting, but this was more than I could have hoped for between, as I said before, the cosplayers, the lovely art, the fact that some artists were willing to just talk for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's been a blast.
And anything else for those watching at Insane Games TV in parting?
Definitely stop by. It was wonderful to see you guys today. You kind of added to it. Made our experience very enjoyable, and super recommend just coming to a con at least once in your life, because this was great. This was so much fun. I'm coming back.
Definitely. You guys were, honestly, you were a favorite stop because you guys were always there, always willing to answer questions on games you had or didn't have, but
probably should have grabbed a pamphlet.
Definitely should have, but 10 out of 10, I'd definitely say you should go to one of your local conventions. Get to know a bigger part of your community.
Thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful time, and we will see you next time. Friends and family abound at the Saratoga Comic Con, and you never know who you're going to run into as you turn a corner. This time, we found our friend and regular of both the Weekend Wednesday and other programs on the Insane Games TV, Noodler Canoodler, cosplaying as...
I'm Amethyst from Steven Universe.
Very nice. I like the costume. Steve, get the thing, not me. Excellent. So how long did it take you to put the idea into execution for the cosplay?
Took about a couple weeks. I just thought of the idea a couple weeks ago, and I started ordering things off of Amazon, and that was actually where I got this wig.
Very nice. Any tips for people? Because I know yesterday you were purple, so it looks like you don't have that much of a hue on you. How do you do that? What's the trick?
Oh, for the purple body paint?
Yes.
Get more than you think you need, because that was my mistake. That's why I'm not purple today, because I ran out.
So one dab won't do you in the case of body paint?
Yeah, no. I had a little bit of a costume malfunction yesterday, but thankfully a lot of people still thought it looked good.
Well, I'm happy to hear that people appreciated your efforts and your work. So, Saratoga Comic Con, have you been here before?
I have not. This is my first time. It's my first time going to Comic Con, and this is my first time cosplaying.
Very nice. So hitting both of those all at once. What's your experience been like so far?
It's been awesome. There's so many cool artists. Like, I've been trying so hard not to buy everything I see.
What's something that Saratoga Comic Con here that either surprised you or you didn't initially think that it was going to be that way?
One thing that surprised me was how many independent comic artists there are. and I've been buying as many as I can afford because I just love those kinds of things. I love seeing independent artists.
That's really awesome. So any parting advice from your experience, being this is your first time cosplaying and going to a convention, for future reference, either for you or for the folks out there at home?
Don't worry about the people giving you weird looks in traffic.
They can keep their looks and keep them home. We're having fun here at Saratoga Comic Con. So, Saratoga Comic Con Saturday is rolling to a close. You fought a hard battle. How did it go?
I did pretty good. I got third place. I only lost to the one person that I expected to lose if I had to lose today. Shout outs to him, Average Alex. He's pretty damn good. Otherwise, I did pretty good. I beat everyone else. I apparently beat the second best player of Delaware.
Hell yeah. Double elimination? Yeah. So who was he?
His tag was NPG. He was a Mega Man player. A lot of people think that Mega Man destroys my character Sonic, but I think it's the opposite, and I kind of proved that a bit. Yeah, there's this one game in the second set that we had in Losers. I got these two conversions and sent them off stage, and then I was like, okay, let me just YOLO back air. So I turn around while jumping, fast fell down below the stage, almost to where the blast zone is down there.
Yeah.
He jumped, I back aired, killed him at 50, and I was like, bro, I'm nutty. So it was super fun. I had a lot of really cool moments. I did probably my best against the person that I lost to. Not in the second set, but the first one definitely. So I enjoyed it. I'll say I like 40 bucks
Nice.
the third. So
Who was the most surprising character that gave you trouble this year?
Ike.
Really?
And Ike is the character that I actually lost to almost every time. It's the same guy. So in the last game, my character would be really good against Ike, and I'm generally really good against the character. But in this game, my character's obviously weaker, but I still do good. It's just against this one guy, he knows everything in and out. He known me for years now, and I was the first person to completely stomp him in Smash, so he was super motivated. And I'm really glad that he's still beating me to this day, even though I do want to beat him and then pop off on him. I'm waiting for that day. But
So this is your watershed moment. Are you next year? You're gonna play second, first? Are you gonna beat this this gentleman?
I always go for first, but more than that, I always go for fun. So.
Excellent. Thank you so much for the interviews. Congratulations on the third place finish, because I know Saratoga Comic Con's competition at this Smash tournament is getting higher and higher. So thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.